Okay. So I mean, like, so I understood from Mr. Shailendra that you're looking for a predictive dialer. Is my understanding right, sir?
Yes. See, I ask for three solution.
Okay, sir.
One is regarding the call statistics report kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Second thing is about call recording. Means
Okay.
the call
Okay.
should be recorded and it should be saved on a central repository.
Okay.
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 And third point is about a CRM integration,
Okay.
which Shailendra preferred me
Okay.
to use the predicted dialer. So
Got
that
that.
will help here.
Got that. So fine. Great, sir. Okay. I understood your requirement. Now I'll just take you through the first, since it's a call center, I will take you through the agent panel, whatever we'll be giving it to you. This, I'll give you a brief example. I mean, the thing about my company, we are in the industry for almost 30 years. And
Okay.
we are into IPPBX, development plus, call center solutions for many companies, including Star Health across India, plus Airtel and many other telecom companies. So what you're
Okay.
seeing, is a screen clear, sir?
Yeah, it's very clear. No
It's
problem.
clear.
I can
Okay.
see your screen.
So here, as the agent logs in, this is actually a demo agent. What you're seeing is a live call center where it's working now. And
Mm-hmm.
I've logged in as a demo agent. So maybe statistics may not be there, but it will tell you some idea about how it works. Now, this is an agent panel where you can see currently there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 agents are logged in today. And
Okay.
there's a dashboard which will be available for all the agents, which will give you an idea about how many calls every agent has taken as of now, total number of calls. So Vaishnavi has
Okay.
taken about 62 calls, and Tangamalar has taken 59 calls, something like that. And this gives
Mm-hmm.
an idea about total time on call, the actual minutes on call. So Asha has been on call for 1 hour 59 minutes, while Devi was on call for 1 hour 36 minutes. Plus, this also gives the time on break, who was on maximum break. Here it gives an
Okay.
idea, like Anandan has been on break for 19 minutes, while this gives an idea about wrap up time. How long do they take, to wrap up a call? Because only after you wrap up, the next call will come. So that's how the dialer is designed. So here,
Okay.
the more wrap up time is actually not advisable. So Bhagyalakshmi takes almost a minute to wrap up her call, while Saif Khan is doing it with less than 12 seconds. So unless you wrap up the call, the next call will not come. So this gives an idea about how the agents are performing. This is a dashboard for all agents, so they will know how they are performing on the floor on that day to give a competitive this thing. So in case if your process involves sales process with the display, like this is a standard CRM what we give. While we also give you APIs where you can integrate with your CRM if you have. Our standard CRM is a standard sales process, which gives, your disposition like successful, unsuccessful, reschedule, funnel, no response, like that. So this gives a
Okay.
count of all the this thing for that particular agent. How many total calls she has attended as T,
Mm-hmm.
answered calls, successful, funnel, reschedule, no response, and unsuccessful. And the agent will know what is her average handling time. This is nothing but the number of minutes she spends on every call. Like, average, like if she has attended 100 calls, what total time on call divided by 100 will be average handling time. And average wrap up time, whatever is her average wrap up time, this determines what's the time taken between two calls. It should not be more than 30 seconds. That's the average. I mean, 30 seconds is actually higher, but I'm still saying that, that's the wrap up time which one can have. And TOC gives the time on call, total time on call from the time she has logged in till the moment, how many minutes she was on call actually. That is time on call. And TOB is time on break. How long she has been on break, whatever, whenever she goes, puts a break, it gives an idea. This is actually likely time on call. It's a percentage, like, but that it's a percentage between total time and the time on call. So that's the percentage which it gives, and the percentage on break. So the total minus 100 will give you an idea about how long probably you don't have an unaccounted time for. So either there is a recorded break, or there is a recorded time where she was available on call. In between these two was unknown. So it should not be more. So that's the statistics here. And
Okay,
yes,
just
sir.
before, I'm sorry to stop you here.
No problem, sir.
See, just to start with, like, primarily, this is not a pure call center. Okay,
Okay, okay,
this is, say, let's say we have currently with 30 users
okay,
onboarding. Okay,
okay,
it's a
okay,
startup. It's a
okay,
30 users onboarding.
okay, sir.
They will do a outbound calls, because what I see is this is something related to uh, inbound calls management or
No, no, it's a
statistics.
pakka outbound. It's a
It's
proper
a
outbound
outbound.
call. Pakka
It's a
outbound call.
outbound.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So okay. So these 30 users
Ah,
will make an outbound call. So
okay.
these users have some clock in or login, logout facility on their dialer. That
Yes,
will
yes.
calculate whatever the parameters here it is, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in fact,
Okay.
in case if you want to see the login, this is how they log in. I'll just show you. So
And
they log
what
out.
is the dialer? Using which dialer they will be using it?
This is our own dialer, sir.
This is your own
Yes,
proprietary
yes,
dialer.
yes,
Okay.
proprietary dialer. We are the developers for that, sir. So the
Okay.
agent will actually select whichever campaign they want to log in. So these are the campaigns. You might have multiple campaigns for multiple database. So here I'm just selecting one of that and then
Okay.
sign in. So that is how an agent comes over here, sir. This is how the login happens. Okay.
Okay.
This is a pure outbound call center. It's not an inbound call center, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Now, here the disposition, whatever disposition they give, it's a complete, history of disposition will be known to the agent. And these are abandoned calls. Like in case if, on a predictive dialing mode. So we give both options, a predictive dialing as well as progressive dialing. While in progressive dialing, you normally can get about 200 calls per day as a productivity, but then the agent will be listening to all the ringback tones and all. So if you
Okay.
select progressive mode, she dials, completes one call, and the system dials the next call. The next call can be a call where it dials. If the person does not pick up, the agent will listen to the ringback tone and all. Okay,
Okay.
so she will end up doing about 200 calls per day on an average. Out of it, 60% is a good database, means 60% will get picked up. So net productivity will be around 120 calls, attended calls. So that's the average of a progressive dialing. While a predictive, if you have 30 agents, you need to give us 60 channels, 60 minimum. Okay,
Okay.
what it will do is, based on the agent availability, I will be dialing the calls at the background and connect the agents only the calls that gets answered. So
Okay.
only after the person says hello, the call will get connected to the agent.
Okay. I
So
got it.
at times, based on some predictive dialing, which I'll be dialing, there could be a person might have answered the call, whereas there will be no agent to pick up the call. That is called as abandoned calls.
Okay.
Okay, so you fix up lesser the abandoned calls, the time gap between the agents will increase. Like, but in case if you don't want any abandoned calls, if you put that as 0, probably the time between the agent getting the calls could be about 2 minutes. While if you say, I don't care about abandoned calls, okay, I want the agent to get occupied as and when she gets free, then you will get your calls less than 15 seconds. As she disposes the first call, the next call will be there for 15 seconds, but the abandoned calls will be more. So that's the average this thing about this. But then here there's a list of abandoned calls. People can call back and stuff like that. And
Okay.
here the break details will be there. Okay, that's now I logged out. So complete details, wherever whatever break she is putting, the details will be there for a day. And these are funnel calls. Like, for example, whatever the sales process, someone says, you call me back after 2 days. So that will be getting displayed over here. And the agent will get a reminder. Like, for example, if she's talking to a person and the person says, call me after 3 days at 3:30. So she will
Okay.
dispose the call as call me back after on that day 3:30. As she's on a call, she will get a reminder that you have a funnel call to be called back.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
she can actually put a follow up over here, and then she can complete this call over here. And
Okay.
this is the campaign. She just says the details and the history of her productivity. Every day for the last 30 days, it will tell when she made the first call, last call, total login time, which extension she logged in, total count available, whatever is the status is what you saw here. The agent can analyze her productivity for the last 30 days.
Okay,
And
okay.
this is a screen which she dials for users for dialing her number.
Okay, this is a dialer.
Yeah, this is a dialer. This is basically for your follow-up. Otherwise, she doesn't dial anything. You will be uploading the database into the server. Server will dial automatically and give it. So agent will not be dialing on a normal course.
Okay.
Okay. So this will be used only if suddenly you say, okay, please dial this number and give me a feedback. So that time she'll be using this.
Okay. Anyway, this dialer is usable at any point, right?
Any point of time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The normal dialing system will be dialing automatically. She doesn't do any dialing at all manually. So you will be uploading the database. Like, for example, you have a list of 1,000 calls to be dialed with those 30 agents. So you will put all the number into an Excel and you will upload it into the server.
Okay.
So this will start dialing for people automatically.
Okay. Okay.
So that is how it will be working, sir. Or
see,
your requirement is different.
Yeah. Because slightly, see, this is not something preloaded numbers which I need to dial or something like that. Okay,
sir. Okay.
So the customer might initiate a request for callback through web or through some notification application. Then this agents will start contacting to the customer.
Got that.
Okay.
Got that.
So not that there is no predefined numbers that agents will start dialing to those users or those customers.
Okay.
As and when they get a request to call back, they will do a call back to the customer.
Okay, sir. So where do you have the data of these people? Like wherever you need to have a call back. If there is a web you click, right? Someone clicks the web for a callback, right?
Yeah.
So what you can do is I will give you an API.
Okay.
Whenever they click the web, you store it in my database. This will get automatically dialed. It's not that you have to say, for example, the web you are clicking, right? It will ask for the customer's number, right? The customer will be uploading his number 9500012345 or whatever.
Right.
When he clicks that link, I will give you an API. That number will come to me directly.
Okay.
And starts dialing automatically.
Okay.
So
no, my question is not necessarily I need to dial from the database. I can dial any number from the dialer at any point.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have both options. You can dial using this. Even that goes to database. See, even if the agent dials the number, even that goes to database for a forward follow-up.
No problem. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, that way it will be working, sir. This is our agent panel. And this is a normal overall productivity of the agent. You can see. I mean, the other things are
overall statistics. Huh?
Yes, sir. See, like for example, right now the agents, whoever is busy will be in red, whoever is free will be in green, and how long they are on the call. What are the total call they have taken today? Answered calls, successful calls, funnel calls, reschedule calls, no response calls, and unsuccessful calls. And this is the average handling time of each agent. This is the average wrap-up time of each agent, and the average time on call, how long the agent was on call. So if you go and click it here, this will give you an idea which are the calls she has dialed, everything completely.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and this is a time on break. Like for example, what and all break they have taken as of now. So it gives an idea about whenever they have taken a break, and likely time on call, likely time on break. This is one of the reports. Otherwise, you can export it to Excel. You can create campaign, other things, everything as a call, whatever on outbound call center details are there. I mean, we'll be able to create you create your agents, everything. These are the agents, sir. Now, apart from that, here this is an overall screen, sir. Like how many calls was dialed today, failed, how many calls failed, how many calls were attempted, answered calls, how many were abandoned, percentage failure, everything. And now this will keep changing. Like if you really see maximum answered count here, everything, if you really see the agents on wait, As they wrap up the call, currently there are 8 people on call, 7 people are on wrap up. Okay, now if you see agents on wait, so they finish wrap up, here it will come. How long they're waiting? Like, see, suddenly the agents on wait is increasing.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so you will know if it is a predictive dialing, you can completely track this. And there is also another report, which is a dashboard, which clearly says which number they are dialing at this point of time. Sridevi is talking in this campaign with this number for the last 8 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
these are the agents not on call, and this is calls in queue.
Okay.
So if it is in static IP, you can see it anywhere. It's not in case if it's a work from home atmosphere. Okay,
Yeah.
but you'll be able to see this report. If the server is on static IP, then you'll be able to view it anywhere, sir. So that's a basic this thing.
Means the last point I didn't get. Static IP means like
And like
server
if the
is in.
server is put on static IP,
Okay.
it's not that you need to have the server in your place and only they can view the report. Even if you're
Okay.
outside the place in other countries or whatever, okay, I understood that but maybe the customer could be in Dubai, so they can sit
Yeah.
and sit in Dubai and view these reports.
Okay. See, how this remote users or remote agents are going to connect to the server? Do we require any VPN?
So there are two
VPN?
ways of doing. One is the open connectivity. It will work. I mean, you have enough bandwidth in case if there are 30 callers. You need to have a good bandwidth in your office where the server is
Okay.
connected, because 30 people will be connecting. They can
Okay.
actually connect directly. There is absolutely no problem. If you
Okay.
want a secured connection, then you can go for a VPN.
Okay. Okay.
And a normal this thing with a static IP, it can get connected.
Static IP means like I have a server hosted in my office.
Yes.
Where I have a good bandwidth of internet, then that
Yes.
will connect to the server, right?
Yes.
Directly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So okay. And if I have, because customer has already have a network setup there,
Okay.
they are done with the other products like firewall and everything.
Got that.
So if firewall being an endpoint, then they can connect to the VPN and then connect to the server
Yes,
as well,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, see, both the options are there. In case if you want it to be a basic call center setup where you don't want VPN and all these complications, then you can straight away through a static IP, the agent will be able to connect it through the laptop, whatever she is having at her home, and then connect it to the server, and she can make calls.
Okay, got it. Fine. And this requires any supported headsets or anything?
Yes, sir.
No.
Like as I'm talking, like you see, now we are on a Zoom. Instead of a Zoom, there is going to be a soft phone. That's it. So otherwise, otherwise it's a normal, like as you are talking on a Zoom call, it will be no difference in terms of setup, sir. That's it.
Got it. Okay, fine. How about call recording facility?
Yeah, complete, sir. I mean, the total, I'll show you that. See, like this is a voice logger.
Okay.
So now if you put 23rd date, I mean, this, as I said, this is a live call. So now you can clearly see. If you want to play this recording, you just play this. That's it.
Okay.
So you will be able to play this recording from any part of the world. So as they dispose the call, you will have the data here. You click it and it starts playing. That's it.
Got it. Okay. And does it support any telephony features, like if I have to go for a barging or something?
Yes, sir. Yes. See, typically we offer 3 types of bargain. Like for example, if you want to monitor an agent, one is you can bargain without her notice. You can listen to how she is talking without disrupting her. Number 2, the whisper mode. You can even bargain and you can whisper to the agent, like talk like this or whatever, which cannot be heard by the caller
and customer. Okay,
got it. The third one is you can take over the call. You can disconnect the agent. You can take over the call.
Okay, got it. No problem. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, telephony features. What are other telephony features?
Okay, I will show you, sir. It's actually an ePABX. Typically, it's an ePABX.
ePABX. Okay.
Yeah. So if all like whatever features, whatever you get in an ePABX, you will get it over here. It's all the same. It's a call center solution available on an ePABX. Like I'll show you the ePABX part of it. So the
Okay.
complete this thing, your incoming, what is the PRI, like incoming methods, auto attendant, missed
Okay.
call, RCD, see, call, I mean, based on call transfer, everything outgoing. What is the type of
Okay.
outgoing, emergency number dialing?
Got it.
All very, very, in fact, including bridge conferences there. Like in case as
Okay.
an organization, you want to have a conference with your people. So you will be
Okay.
able to schedule a conference using this, quarterly, daily, monthly, weekly, you can fix up set of people. So you can have a bridge conference, the call gets recorded. So very advanced bridge conference facilities are there. Okay, music on hold, but you can have a different set of incoming patterns and stuff like that. And then you
Okay.
can blacklist numbers in case if someone says, please don't call me again, whatever, you can blacklist the number. So any point of time, once you blacklist a number, call will not go from your system. Even
Got
incoming
it.
calls from that customer cannot come in. So if proper reports are there, public address system is there, part of the system. So everything, sir.
Okay.
I mean, whatever an advanced PBX can do, we have much more than a normal PBX can offer, sir.
Okay. Okay. See, this dialing will be through, it will be an internet call, or is it we require a PRI integration, PRI
Sir,
board integration?
typically, see, that is your choice. Like, but trunk is clearly your choice. You can either connect a
Okay.
PRI, you can connect
Okay.
a SIP PRI, you can connect a
Okay.
GSM gateway. Okay,
Uh-huh.
like for example, but we don't want all these things. And then I understood that people are going to call for Dubai.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
probably Dubai, the cheapest is calling through mobile. Okay, that is where
Yeah.
you get the cheapest rate. You can put a
Mm-hmm.
GSM gateway. Like for example, you're going to have 30 callers. You can buy
Mm-hmm.
a 32 port GSM gateway, and then
Okay.
but you can have 32 SIM cards, and the calls can go through your SIM cards also.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Unless you are particular about the incoming calls coming from I mean, the incoming calls will come, but then the
Mm-hmm.
problem is, if you have a SIM card kind of a setup, it won't be a
Mm-hmm.
centralized thing.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
but in that case, if you want the incoming to get popular among your callers, then you need to go for an enterprise communication like a SIP PRI or a PRI or whatever, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. See, this is like as I said initially, it is a 30 user setup as
Okay,
a
sir.
pilot phase,
Okay. Okay,
But
sir.
how much is the limit? Like, can they
There
increase
is
up to?
absolutely no limit. I mean,
Uh,
the basic system, what you're going to, I mean, it comes with the 500 users. Okay,
okay, it's a
so you
500
want
users.
more
Okay.
than that also, we have 5,000 line system. So, virtually there is, I mean, here there's no limitation in terms of number of lines you have to connect or the number of
Okay.
extension you can connect, because it's all virtual. There is absolutely
Okay.
no hardware is given to you for connecting an extension or, a
Yeah.
PRI. So even
Yeah. Yeah.
PRI gets connected as a gateway only. So since the
Uh,
register, yeah,
PRI connect as a gateway means it
like,
requires a hardware, right?
yes,
Like,
sir. So that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
only PRI requires a hardware in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
nowadays, nobody gives a PRI, sir. So you can ask for a SIP PRI. So you don't need any hardware in between.
Hardware as well, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You
Okay.
won't need, because Tata
Okay.
or anybody nowadays are giving only SIP PRIs. So you can
Correct. Correct.
straight away register that into our system. So there's no hardware in between.
Right. 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 Okay. Great. So this login has any levels like user level logins
Yes,
and
sir. See,
supervisor level
you
logins?
have what you saw is a user level login, and
Okay.
this is a supervisory login. Like for example, you want overall control. See, this is where the user gets logged in. I'll show you. The agent, whatever you saw, this is a
Mhm.
user level login.
Okay.
Okay, now the user knows the data about her. So she will not
Mhm.
have the data of whatever other agents are calling.
Okay.
Okay, now whereas the supervisory login will have data of others. Like for example, now this is a call now. So here
Mhm.
you the supervisor will know what are the calls she has attended. So all those details can be taken. So the supervisor can upload data. So supervisor can see how other agents are performing. So all those
Okay.
data will be here, sir. This is a supervisory login.
This is supervisor login, what we have done, what we have viewed so far, right?
Yeah, this is supervisory login. While
Uh-huh.
both I've shown. This is a agent login.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, so agent will have data about her calls.
Only about that agent particular
Yeah,
calls,
only
right?
about her. See her productivity for the last 30 days. Okay,
Okay.
what are the
Got it.
calls she has done? What are the calls she has disposed? What are her
Okay.
follow-up calls? Okay, what
Okay.
are her abandonment? So the details about her will be available in her
Sure.
login screen. While
Okay.
this will have the consolidated data of other agents, like how other agents are performing.
Got it. Got
To
it. Yeah.
create a competitiveness amount there, like for example, if someone, Sridevi has done only 46 calls while Vaishnavi has done 73 calls. So Sridevi probably can look at how she can improvise. So we give
Right.
a consolidated information about other agents, but not how many, what are the calls Sridevi has attended, she will not know. I mean, Vaishnavi will not know. So this
Okay.
is an agent login. While
Mhm.
the supervisor login will have everything, like what are the calls Akshay has attended. The supervisor can go and see, and these are the calls she has attended. So
Okay.
complete
Okay.
data will be available, like uploading,
Data. Got
downloading the
it. Got it.
data. Everything will be available
Yeah.
on the supervisory panel, sir.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So this is not even license limited, right? Any
There is
kind of.
no, absolutely not, sir. Absolutely
Mhm.
not.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is all in one integrated. Looks fantastic integration.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Actually,
sir.
actually. So this is your own developer tool.
Yes, sir. This is our own
Really,
development tool, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
very, very impressive. Seriously.
Thank you, sir.
uh,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Yeah. What I can do is
Yes, sir.
I will talk to my client
Okay, sir.
who is actually looking for such kind of similar solution,
Okay,
exactly the
sir.
same solution.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
If you can send us a quote clearly, what cost, complete installation, implementation, and everything.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
one more thing I forgot to check, like this will be implemented on a server, so server will be from the customer side who has to organize it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We only take care of the software side. The server side and the network side is actually customer's responsibility.
Great. So what is the configuration required on the server end?
Sir, in case if it is a predictive dialing, see if it is in case if the customer, I think I need to understand whether it's a progressive dialing or predictive dialing. In case 30 callers, even 100 callers, a normal desktop will do if it is a progressive dialing. Okay, customer is not, as I understand, you're going to, you're not going to have a heavy duty calling, while, it's going to be more of a, I would say, the quality calling.
Correct.
So,
Exactly.
a focused calling where somebody is giving a data and then you are calling back and things like that. In that case,
Yes.
it's not going to be predictive. So
Yeah.
even an i5, even up to 100 agents, even an i5 should be more than enough if it is a progressive
Okay.
calling.
Okay.
With the 16 GB, RAM and probably a decent enough hard disk, and even the
Okay.
voice, we have in fact the data of storage. If you really look at it, one thing which I forgot to tell you, we have a proper backup mechanism. If you give us an FTP, we will be able to data backup every night. The complete data, whatever is stored in our server, you can
Okay.
transfer it on an FTP to your FTP server on a night
Okay.
basis. Even the voice
Okay.
logger, the voice files get backed up every 10 minutes. The voice files get
Okay.
synced with our server, as well as even if our server crashes, we can restore it to the previous position, previous night 12 o'clock position in no time. So
Okay. Okay.
proper data backup is there in our system, sir. So that nothing to worry on
I mean,
data handling.
the system configuration will be saved. You mean to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have a
Okay.
backup. In fact,
Okay.
the system configuration, the basic agent configuration, and the
Yeah.
EPA-based configuration, every time you do an apply changes, and if you wish us to store in our server, we store it. If you provide
Okay.
internet facility and if you want that facility, the
Okay.
last configuration files are there in our server also, which is a very
Okay. Okay.
unique advantage with our system. Yeah, if you
Great.
don't provide internet, it's not going to come to us. We block our IP. So
Okay.
other than that, we always take a backup every day night at 12 o'clock in the same server also, as well as if you give an FTP outside the server also, the database get backed up automatically, sir.
Okay. Okay. So it can be there is something option called cloud store restore. So cloud, it can
Yes,
store
sir.
in the
So
cloud
what
also.
happens is, the moment you put your same server or a different server, you put the serial number of that, the database gets listed over here. What you're seeing here is it searches in my server.
Okay. Okay.
So my server also has a backup, not your customer data, your system data gets stored in my server. So if the entire server gets crashed, okay, I just change the hardware. It will hardly take half an hour to load my software. After half an hour, I just restore to the last position. That's it.
Okay.
In flat
Okay.
half an hour, you can restore all your data without any issues, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. So, anything like it requires any patch upgrade or something in the meanwhile, will you be
Yes, sir.
providing us
See here,
how it is?
here as long as if you really look at our system, manual maintenance, okay. Now all the database changes whenever we do, you will be able to. I mean, you can do the version update of our IPPBX or a call center suite as and when we keep security updates or any new feature updates and things like that. You click it, it gets updated automatically. All
Oh,
our
it's
database update, everything. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It is there, sir.
Okay. Okay.
As we actually, as an organization, we maintain only one version, sir. So
Uh-huh.
we do not have multiple version. Where even if some customer, if you come back with this requirement, we analyze the requirement. If that whatever you're requesting will be useful for a lot of other customers, we incorporate it in our system. Or then we
Okay.
give an option to you, like if you find that it is not going to be useful to others, then we do it externally specifically for you. It will not be part of
Okay.
our regular package. So
Got it.
we maintain for a serviceability aspect, we are maintaining only one version, sir.
Okay. Great. 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 And this CRM, the contact database, is it stored in the system itself?
Yes, sir. See, like if you really
Okay.
look at it, the contact database is over here. We give that contact database.
Okay. This is the
Okay.
contact database.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, every time the customer calls up, the complete data will be available. So the same
Available. Yeah.
customer calls up and attended by a different agent. What the agent spoke, everything will be there in the system. So there's
Great.
absolutely nothing. There is a continuity on that, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great. Should be fine. Absolutely good. Very nice presentation on this. Appreciated. Seriously.
Thank you, Hari. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Great. Great.
Hari.
Great. Yeah. So I'll take it up. I'll take it up with my client.
Yes, sir.
There was a deadline yesterday. As I was telling to Shailendra. So if you can
Okay, sir.
share me the quote as soon as possible, I will process
Yes,
it
sir.
today itself to see what
Yes, sir.
we can get from the customer. Okay.
Great, sir. I think Mr.
So
Shailendra will take care of that.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Hi, Mr. Krishnan. I think.
Yeah.
I think Srinivasan has given all the details entirely in length, of course.
Exactly.
Regarding the software. So overall, I mean, how do you find it? Is that relevant to what you're looking at?
Exactly. This is what my client has presented to me and what they are looking for. So absolutely, this suits them very well.
Yeah. And as far as the support goes, I mean, Srinivasan has a very good support. I mean, he's doing Pan India, of course. So we are doing, I mean, he's the person who has developed all the software and the hardware point. So there is no way of looking out for a third party. It's not a third party hardware that, we need to look at or get support from. So everything is in a box which he's supplying. And right from the hardware to the software point, he's handling it himself. So he and his team is doing it. So at least we don't have an issue on the service point of view, per se, that thing, what we're talking about.
Great.
Which normally is a big issue with most of the call centers, that it is through somebody else and it's a third party, then we have to look at the third party for the support and everything.
Right.
It's direct link with where we know each other from almost donkey years. So there's no problem as far as the support goes, So what I would suggest is that you talk to your partners and just ask them. Okay, on
sure.
I'll forward you the quote.
Definitely. Just I want to give the overview. We have already implemented the firewall and the data part, everything. Okay. Just in case, as a pilot, this is a startup company where we are just starting a pilot phase of 30 engineers, who will be contacting to the end customers in Dubai, Middle East. As of now, yeah. They have a future plan of increasing more than 30 up to 100, in the near future.
Because this hardware, see here, I mean, what he said, and there is no limit to the number of agents that we talk about. That's the beauty of the product. So it's not fixed like 50, 100 users or 200 users. It's nothing like that. So
in fact, just sorry to break up. In fact, most of the other guys, my competitors, actually operate on a per agent basis, which we
yes,
don't do.
exactly. That's exactly
It's
how
more
it
of a
works.
money making, methodology, because software is the same. It's just that I restrict and make money out of it, which we don't do. We
They
keep it
go,
open.
yeah, they normally go by agent wise.
Yes. We don't do
Okay.
that.
So I was
Okay.
very clear with Srinivasan. I said, how many users? So he said, look, Sridhar, it's nothing. It's and you can just consider how many agents you want. Of course, the server does depend on that.
Yeah, the hardware. I mean, the hardware might give the flexibility, but as Mr. Hari explained, the requirement is not that critical. So
Yeah.
to that extent, it doesn't need a great, big, real investment on hardware. It's not a predictive dialing as Mr. Krishnan expected. So to that extent, a normal hardware should be good enough. No problem.
So okay. So basic hard disk and 16 GB RAM should do for this installation.
Yes, sir.
In case if there is a predictive dialer requirement, then a server is required, or
Yeah,
still
yes.
PC?
If it is beyond 30 users, up to 30 users, even a desktop is fine. Up to 30 users. When it reaches 100, then we definitely need a great server, because a lot of database activity will be there. So I need to have the multi-threaded activity and all will be there. So that time I need a good server, sir. Otherwise, up to 30, a predictive dialing, even an i3 was taking the load in our experience. And i3 was taking a load of 30 user operation on a good predictive dialing.
See,
More than that, yeah.
Consider at the moment the pilot phase is 30 users only.
Yes,
but it's not. It's a near plan that we are increasing to 100. So
yes.
So do you suggest me to go for a server or
no? That you can, Mr. Krishnan. What I would suggest is, sorry to interrupt. As of now, if you want, you can just go with the basic, the PC. What you said.
Yes.
Go with that. As you are thinking of planning, see, that would not happen immediately. That would take at least take a couple of months. Okay, by the time you increase to 50 or 100. So at that period of time, invest into a server then.
Yeah. That's better, sir. See, I mean, typically, but the desktop is not going to go waste for you in any case.
That will be used somewhere.
That will be used somewhere. Yes. So, the investment of your hardware investment, if it is going to get lost, it's maybe you can consider going for a bigger investment now. You can go for a normal desktop now, and that can be put to use anywhere you want later.
Right. Exactly. Okay. That sounds perfect. I'm okay to proceed with this. Like, I will put it up to my superior today itself. So maybe we can finalize on this, and I'll come back to you. When can I expect a quotation?
Today. I'll send it in maybe by the afternoon. I'll send it across.
Yeah, please. That would be of superb. Because
I wanted you to. I actually, Mr. Krishna, I wanted you to have a look at the software. See, that it clears off all the doubts.
Exactly.
Yes.
So even
we also prefer that,
because you need to present this further to your customer dealers. Your customer. But if you are not clear about what it is, it will become difficult for you to present it also in front.
No, this is really a good way. As I said, like, much appreciated for you as well, both. So really a good presentation that gave me a clear picture. So I'll be much confident on this.
Yeah. Thank you, Hari. Thanks a lot.
And any upgrade, Mr. Krishnan, that happens, see, it is in-house, so there is no. There's no doubt about it that it will not be implemented. So you don't have to bother even about the future, whatever add-ons that come up.
Okay.
Srinivasan will always help us with this.
Yes, that's open actually. The upgrades that customer can download by himself. We have given the icon.
Okay.
So, we don't have to do anything. See, actually, we give the complete power to the customer. There's no point in trying to, hold it and then take the pressure. So it's a very open this thing, sir, in our operation.
Okay. And one thing, like in the dialer, I just see the dialer. So if the agent wants to put a log off or login, is there some other option?
It's here, sir. Available
for
got it. Idle, meeting, nature call. Everything is there.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So that should be fine. We are good to go, Shailendra. So I'll wait for your quote. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And
I'll just send it across to you, sir. No doubt.
No problem. Thanks, Shailendra. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hari. Have a great day. Thank you, Shailendra. Thank you. Yeah. Take care. Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Srini, thank you.
Thank you, Shailendra. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care. Bye. Yeah.